Good morning, traders. So I know it's only Wednesday, but you know I'm pretty good at making predictions by now. So there are three things that are inevitably going to happen this weekend. Number one, England are going to beat Italy in the Euro 2021 final. Number two, Lionel Messi is finally going to get his hands on that Copa America trophy. And number three, Bitcoin will break out of this consolidation period and hit 38K. You heard it here first, everyone. Um, anyway, yeah, enough of that. On to the serious stuff. So, Bitcoin on the 1 hour chart here. So, we've just had this rejection off of the 0.5 of the 1 hour OB. So, a very standard, nice, simple trade to take in the morning. And yeah, we're looking at this VWAP now. Can Bitcoin do what it failed to do yesterday, which was getting this rejection and then failing to hold off of the VWAP after it got the rejection? So we were expecting this move into the monthly open with the rejection down to VWAP, and then we were looking possibly at higher prices after that. Obviously that failed. We had that random China FUD that made absolutely no sense coming into the market yesterday, and this is why I say just ignore the news. People sold based off of some fake news article that came out when the working day in China had finished. Okay, there was no news. Stop trading against the news. It's silly, it's stupid, you're making yourself look like a fool. But anyway, yeah, we had this nice move down, and actually I have a theory behind that, so I'm going to go over that very quickly now. So we were doing a trading room, and what we were looking at was this. So let me add this onto my chart, and let me get rid of this order block at the highs here. So we were expecting this move down that happened off of this daily level up here, right? Okay, we were expecting this move down, and this is what formed the kind of the bottom here, and we got that move up, and we were looking up towards our monthly open off of that. But what happened is we had this nice pattern that formed at the lows, and we were looking for our entries within this area, and specifically within the golden pocket here. Okay, now that never happened a couple of days ago. We never got down that low. We kind of just bounced off of the top of it, didn't quite manage to grind down, got that quick move up, and then got the monthly open rejection. But then look what happened after that. We had this new stuff that came out. We had some very forced aggressive selling at market coming down, making sure that price was coming down, and like the market makers on this were making sure that this price was coming down. And where did it come to? It came straight into the area that we wanted it to the previous day, before coming up and hitting the target once again. So this is off of a just of like standard fibs. What we had here was this confluence between the monthly open and the negative 618 off of this fib pool here. So I know this doesn't make sense now because it's already, like, clearly we've not got this price action going on anymore. But what we were doing was pulling it from here to here. We were looking at this, and then we were looking up into the monthly open or the negative 618. And if you just transfer it over, we finally got it today, which is quite interesting. So that's my theory behind that. I reckon certain market makers may have wanted to get filled down here and maybe weren't able to, and then made this happen. You'll never know. You'll never know. Yeah, no, I'm talking nonsense. That I just thought that was quite interesting to see. So yeah, on the Bitcoin chart, there's not really anything else to go over apart from this. We're at this resistance now, so this was a good point to take profit. So if you had been in a long from down here, then 1 hour order block like this is a definite take profit. And yeah, we'll be looking at this VWAP now to see if this can hold and get another test of this monthly open and start to take us back to the top of this consolidation. So I was saying I kind of thought something like this would happen, and I was saying that when we were up at these highs. that I thought we'd get a triangle pattern playing out here before we either see kind of a move up from it or obviously a move down from it. So yeah, we'll see how this plays out. We'll see what continues to happen here over the next few days. I do think that the other thing that I was kind of why I thought this was likely is that this takes us up to an apex around the 10th and 11th of July, which is weekend. And at the moment, any pushes up because there is so much resistance above us on the chart, and the path of least resistance is down. Okay, there is much more resistance above us than there is support below, but that doesn't mean that I'm bearish on this chart. I just have this feeling that we're going to be very kind of flat and boring up until the weekend, and then use the weekend to the advantage to get a move up to break this resistance, which has been so difficult for us. We're not even able to get back into that old, like the highs of this range again. So not only do we have all of this stuff like left open to trade, and all of this is resistance, but we're also expecting a resolution of this wider range at some point. So what Bitcoin has to do, first of all, is get up into the upper half of this. Otherwise, it just runs the risk of, if we break down from this, we're rolling over and we're getting much lower. And that's why I do think that maybe the weekend is the opportunity for it to get that move up, because there will be less liquidity in the market, because there will be less just natural resistance there. We'll see what happens with that this weekend. So we could have another fun weekend. Yeah. Anyway, other technical stuff. There isn't actually anything to cover. So we're still below monthly open. So as long as we're still below monthly open, then yeah, nothing else really to go over. The levels to the downside as well, we all know them. If this does break down, we're looking at 31,600. If this does break up, we're looking at 38k. What we do also have is so we are looking at 38k, but we do also have to be aware of let me just open up this chart, and we have to be aware of these fibs that are coming in here. Okay, so we do have to be aware of this area just above 37 as well. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. So far looking fairly kind of constructive for a move up. We did just have that little rejection off of the 1 hour OB. We'll see if we can get through that and kind of test onto this monthly open once again. Yeah, great. Ethereum moving up nicely, but has come into resistance. Okay, so be careful on Ethereum. This now could be the chance where like we see a bit of a retrace on ETH BTC, but if Bitcoin does okay here, then we can still see this move up towards this daily, which is the bigger target here on ETH USD. So yeah, we are at that resistance right now on Ethereum. You do have to be aware of that. Litecoin flat, doing nothing. Whatever Bitcoin does, Litecoin will do. And Link looks really nice actually. So Link is one that I have been trading. So let me flip this onto the log chart. You can see here the support off of this like macro speed fan. You can see here if I not got that trend line on my chart anymore, but we have this trend line coming down, right? So we had it not break out, but kind of just go sideways through it, which means that downwards pressure is no longer there. And then we had a nice little kind of consolidation pennant thing forming on the Link chart, and now we're getting that move up out of here. So that looks good. Link looks pretty good. I trade Link on like more of a macro level, so this is kind of swing long, just happy to let it go where it wants to go at this stage. So I'm not looking too much at major like support and resistance on this one right now. Sorry, I'm really, again, hay fever, bunged up this morning. Yeah, Bitcoin dominance, getting that move down. And yeah, I'm not sure what else really that I need to cover. Movers in the market. We're having some alts get some nice moves. Sand, I don't really trade that. Uh, I know Lena had a nice move up yesterday, and Luna again today doing quite well. So a lot of these altcoins are looking fairly good actually. So what Bitcoin so far hasn't done is to kind of get resolutions to this range and to break up out of it. But some of these altcoins are starting to get these breaks, or they're at least starting to come back into the upper half of this. So we're getting a bit of life into the alts right now, which is interesting. And yeah, we'll see how this all progresses. But anyway, that is just a quick 10-minute update for today. It looks as though we're moving up right now on the chart, so we're giving this order block another go right now, and yeah, we're probably about to hit this monthly open. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'll catch you all on the next video. Bye.